Good evening, everyone. Yes, I shaved my head bald. Shaved. We're about to head to Pittsburgh. I still have a canker sore on my tongue. I've been in doctors for this, and everything you guys mentioned in comments to do, I still get them, and it sucks. But anyways, figured I take you guys along on a drive with not too much talking. We're on a tanker load, so we're really going slow. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw a camera on my head and do some POV driving. And by the way, no, this is not piss, this is vitamin C. Everybody says that every time. But yeah, without further ado, let's get going. Have this seat up a little bit. I got a window open. 37,000 pounds of totes, non-hazmat. But they're big totes in the middle of the trailers, so you can really feel them jerk the truck. Don't be this guy. You can get a felony if you park on the shoulder and you leave your truck wheels on the road. I would know because one of the drivers in the company did that. I guess he stopped to get something, and just a dumb idea overall. But I don't know how to fix it because I ripped it out of the housing right there. So I don't know, I have to figure that out. Definitely annoying. That is really scary. I know I said we'd do a drive without much talking, but I guess I might as well talk because it can be a quiet drive. Yeah, earlier, I don't know if any of you guys or gals watch Yusuf. He's got a YouTube channel on the road. He just bought a T680 with 400,000 miles. It's got quite a bit of things that need to get fixed. And he paid $75,000 for that truck. And I think the truck prices right now are just absolutely insane. But I think if you are looking into buying a truck that's an emissions truck with almost 500,000 miles and paying close to $100,000, you might as well buy a new truck. Because those emission engines, they do not last much past 600,000-700,000 miles. So within a year or two, you're gonna put as much money into that truck as you would have into a new truck. So, you know, it's crazy. In my opinion, if I had $70,000, I would either get like a W900 with paperwork on the rebuild and a warranty from a cat, find one that's been rebuilt, or just put that money down on a brand new truck and roll with that. Because those are some pretty high miles for that much money. That's a lot of money. $100,000 is a lot of money. A friend of mine bought a 2018 VNL, what is it, 780? 450,000 miles, paid $90,000. It's outrageous. The other day I talked to a driver who's got a 579. He bought a new, he's doing a lease purchase. And he said he paid $200,000 for it. $200,000 for a 579. That is absurd. At least, in my opinion. Those prices definitely make me feel good about my purchase. Like so far, I'm about $50,000 into this truck. Yeah, sure, annoying things like this, but it's running, knock on this fake wood, metal. It's running, it's making money. I don't have depth. I don't have any emissions. I don't have 1,000,000 sensors. With this truck, if something goes wrong, you pop the hood open, and if within the first minute you don't see an issue, there's really not an issue. 9 out of 10. With those new trucks, you need an ECM code reader for everything. And then on top of that, you can't even fix anything yourself because you don't have the scanning tool. It's just a mess. These new trucks, in my opinion, I'd own them until the warranty is good. As soon as that warranty is out, it'd be out of my possession. I love gliders, but by the time I can afford to buy a new glider, which you can't buy a new glider anymore anyways, but I'd love a glider. In my opinion, I would just go buy a glider with, you know, high miles, and then just go buy a reman engine from Detroit and just throw it in there. That's how I'd roll. But I think if I ever was to get another truck, I'd really, really want a W900. I've driven that 379. It's nice, but I wouldn't buy it. I don't know why. I just wouldn't. I always loved the 900s. Tornados were a good deal, gliders, but now even they're insanely expensive. I've definitely put in a lot of time and sweat and money into this truck. It's merely probably running somewhere northeast. view their loads quite a bit, but they primarily run that northeast section, and I just try to stay away from there. I'm running to Pittsburgh right now, and then tomorrow I have a load to Georgia. Maybe in the future I'll be replacing my steering rack also, because it does have a little bit of play. But for now, I've spent quite a bit of money. My next thing I want to do is replace the whole braking system on this truck. Check all the lines, brake drums, pads, S-cam bushing, slack adjuster, brake chambers, all of that stuff. But I'll probably do that once it starts getting cold and loads slow down. I think tomorrow or Tuesday I should have time. I'm gonna finish installing these speakers. I'm gonna have a video coming on that. I installed the two in the rear, and I have a new radio I bought. And then I'm gonna do these two speakers. This whole panel has to come down, which is a pain, but I know some people, they just cut them out right here and do them that way, but I want to take the panel down. My lights are actually working. Not that you can tell right now, it's not that dark. But, you know, when you're on the used truck, there's always something to do, and I think if you're not a hands-on person, you really should not own a used truck, because there's going to be cases where your cheap mechanic that does things on the low for you is not going to be around, and you're going to get ripped off. So like you just got to learn how to do things yourself, get some tools. If not, I would say just get a new truck. Like the other week when I replaced my turbo, I'm sure Roadside would charge me a pretty penny to do all that. And I mean, I was sitting there anyways. My delivery got rescheduled, so you know. Certain things on the truck you're not able to do yourself, obviously. And also, certain things are not even worth doing yourself. If you have somebody, they'll do it for cheap. But majority of the things are worth doing yourself. Wondering, it's an 18-inch Forever Sharp steering wheel. Those are early Volvos, like 07. Apparently those D13 engines are some of the best ones they made. And to my understanding, prior to that, They were basically, you know, Series 60 and whatnot. Wouldn't mind owning a 99 BNL with a 60 series. I've seen some of those, they're pretty damn nice. Oh, I passed this car. Necessarily have to go all the way to my delivery. I got plenty of time tomorrow. First come, first serve, as well as my pickup. So, and my delivery doesn't deliver till Tuesday evening. So I'm okay. Appreciate four-wheelers like that. He was going a certain speed, and when he'd see me try to pass him, he stayed that speed. He didn't try to take off or some crap. One time I was coming from Oklahoma, and for like 3 hours, mind you, I'm set at cruise control speed. I'm 70 the whole time. This freaking Audi, I would pass him, and then he would pass me. I would pass him, he would pass me. For like 2-3 hours, that kept happening. And then one time he was passing me, I opened the window and hung my horn and yelled at him. And then he just took off. I was like, dude, what the hell? Like, just stay one speed, you know? That bump right here, I think it's on the right. There's one on the left as well, but no, I guess I'm wrong. As soon as I tap my brakes, I feel that weight, that liquid just going back and forth. Right now my truck is moving like this. Obviously you can't tell it, but I feel it. Definitely got to be careful with tanker loads. My next step is get my hazmat. Like slowing down more and more. I swear he was not going this slow. What the hell, dude? What happens when cars are towing things they should not be towing? everybody, I think that's gonna do it for today's short video. Not exactly short, but simple. And hopefully you liked it. If you have any questions, ask away. And catch y'all on the next one. Stay safe, everyone.